As someone who has struggled with stubborn hair growth for years, this is the routine that has helped me so much when it comes to length retention. Now, if you've been suffering from hair breakage and all of that, this video is for you. Now, let's dive deeper into that. You see this is what I use when it comes to detangling my hair. It also makes things a lot more easier, especially when it comes to now when you're combing your hair. It makes it so much easier that your hair does not break. So if you're suffering from hair breakage, let's start with your detangling process. How do you properly detangle your hair? You see this, very much important. Make sure that you hydrate your hair in whatever state that it's in, so that when you now start parting and all of that, it's a lot more easier and smoother and you're not tearing your hair. Now I'm going to put my hair into sections like this. After, I'm going to work with each section at a time, applying flexi gel onto damp hair. Now I'm going to work with smaller sections. During this process, if you can go smaller with the sections, even better. Now with each and every smaller section like this, I'm going to stretch it out to make sure that now when I apply the flexi gel, it can actually get to every part of my hair while I'm working with it like this. Now I'm going to get a white tooth comb and then I'm going to start detangling all the way from the tips to the roots of my hair, just like this, just like that. After all the detangling, I'm going to put that section into a twist just so that it does not shrink back. And also at the same time, I can separate the sections that I've worked on also with the sections that I'm yet to work on, just like that. And now, as much as hydration alone, spraying your hair with water alone can do the job, can make it easier for you to detangle. The reason why I'm also using flexi gel onto my hair, it's so that my hair is now slippery enough that when I now go with the comb, my hair is not snapping and breaking. Because when you're using water, it can detangle your hair and it can make things a lot more pain-free. But when it comes to your hair breaking, it does reduce, but not as much as when you're using flexi gel. So if you do not have access to flexi gel like this, you can also use the likes of aloe vera gel. Just make sure that if you're using aloe vera gel, you soak it first before you start using it. Now, when it comes to afro hair, if you have afro like this, I'm talking about 4-type afro hair. Never detangle your hair while it's dry. Never do it. You see, when your hair is dry, make sure that you stay away from a comb as much as possible, because if you detangle your hair when it's dry, this part of the pain, your hair is going to break like crazy. Your hair is going to shed like crazy. And while it's snapping and breaking like that, also, when you're not going to wash your hair, you're going to see that it's also going to shed a whole lot while you're shampooing and a lot of that. So this process is very much important, especially on wash day routines. You definitely need to not skip this prepoo treatment when it comes to detangling and everything. This is very much important. So on wash day, things like that, it's best to do this treatment, because after then you're just going to wash it out and things are going to be a lot more easier. And also, if your hair is a lot more thicker or a lot more tangled, or you feel like you need a lot more when it comes to this treatment, there is nothing wrong with applying a lot more to your hair. It's a good treatment, it's water-based, and also at the same time, the main reason why I love this treatment is that it's so much easier to wash out. Now, when it comes to detangling treatments, you do not want that product that you're going to use in your hair, but it's going to be so much difficult for you to now wash it out, because it's going to help in terms of hair breakage, but then it's going to clog your pores and all of that, and it's going to affect your hair growth. So you need something that is still going to be good to your hair regardless. Now, after all the detangling, this is how my comb looks like. Now, this is just the amount of hair that came out. So try that, exactly all the process, how I'm showing you how to detangle, and I'm telling you, your hair breakage is also going to reduce like this, definitely. Now, after all the detangling, second step, we're going to now shampoo. I use the African black soap shampoo like this. I just dissolve the original African black soap and then I just use it to my hair to shampoo. Now, I'm going to be taking you through steps and steps on how to properly shampoo 4C hair in terms of reducing the dirt, getting rid of all the dirt build up and all of that. And also at the same time, how to not tangle your hair when it comes to shampooing, because when you're shampooing your hair like this, you can easily tangle your hair. So now the first step, you focus on the scalp, scrub it very well, and then now I'm going to get rid of all the excess product that I used to detangle out of my hair, just like that. You see how I'm shampooing my hair? I'm doing it while it's in twists like this. This helps to also reduce all the tangling and everything. Now, also for the second shampooing, as I take down the twist, because I feel like my hair doesn't get properly clean while just doing it in twists like this, while I take it down, while I'm doing the second shampooing, while my hair is out of the twist, when I now shampoo, I'm not going to be massaging my hair while I'm shampooing it, because that way it's going to tangle my hair a whole lot. So I'm just going to be stretching it out like this with my hands. You see the way that I'm doing it like this? This is going to keep my hair stretched out nicely, and it's not going to tangle my hair. So when I'm now going to detangle again after all the shampooing, my hair is not going to be tangled that much, and I'm not going to be losing crazy chunks of hair while I'm detangling. After all of that, just rinsing, my hair is looking good. You see how it's still looking like now? You can actually see from how the hair is looking that hair is not crazy tangled. Now, I also use the shirt to dry my hair because it's so gentle to my hair and it doesn't rip off my hair compared to a towel. Now, after shampooing my hair, I always condition. Now, this is just going to help to improve my hair elasticity. And this is the hair mask that I use to condition my hair. It's just a deep conditioner, moringa powder, and then I'm also going to add rosemary into that. You can just use regular water or maybe just deep conditioner and moringa powder. It will just do best. I just use rosemary water for the benefit of it. Now I'm going to apply to my hair in sections like this, because if I apply to all of my hair at once, the conditioner is not going to get to the other part of my hair, because you can also see when I'm using in sections like this, the middle parts are also not well conditioned, so I need to separate that and apply more into that. So I also love using moringa powder because it also helps to strengthen my hair and also helps my hair to not break easily when I'm working with it, because as much as routines are helping, how to work with your hair is helping, also at the same time you need to be using herbs and products into your hair that are going to help you so much in strengthening your hair. And that is where now moringa powder, rosemary water, things like that come in. The benefit of them is not just about improving your hair growth, general hair health, but most importantly, making your hair stronger and making sure that your hair doesn't break easier when you're now working with them. Now, after applying this treatment, I'm going to leave it in my hair for about 30 minutes. Just make sure that you do not leave it into your hair longer than an hour, because this has deep conditioner and you do not want it to now over soften your hair, because when your hair is way too soft, it's going to be breaking when you're now going to be working with it. And now after the deep conditioner has worked enough into my hair, I'm going to rinse it out of my hair thoroughly. Now after rinsing the deep conditioner, you need to make sure that you're no longer filling it into your hair. So while you're rinsing it, if you feel like your hair is still a little bit soapy like, make sure that you're going to rinse out your hair thoroughly. And again, you're going to wipe your hair with the shirt. You're not going to be using a towel. You see how smooth my hair is? Just like that. And now, this is the biggest mistake that many people use when it comes to moisturizing. Never moisturize your hair like this. The moisture doesn't get to the middle parts of your hair. Your hair is just going to dry up, and it's most likely going to be breaking a whole lot, because you see all those middle parts, the moisture doesn't get there. So when it dries, what's going to happen? It's going to break because it does not get properly moisturized. So after all the shampooing and everything, it's very much important that you also moisturize your hair very well. If you're tired, give it a rest so you can continue moisturizing your hair the next day. Never handle your hair when you're tired or exhausted, because you're going to be working with it while you're frustrated. Now this is the best way to now moisturize your 4C hair. And it's very much important that you follow this moisturizing steps step by step, like the way that I'm doing. This is going to make sure that you properly moisturize your hair, and the moisture is going to stay in your hair long enough. And also at the same time, keep in mind that when your hair is properly moisturized, it's very less likely that it's just going to be breaking anyhow. Now, working with each and every section, make sure that you're going to be detangling as well. Now, this is the final detangling, just to make sure that your hair is kept in a good manageable state, just so that when you want to wear it out or you want to style it or anything like that, it's just going to be a lot more easier to be working with your hair just like that. Now, working with each and every step, again, you're going to be working with smaller sections like this. Make sure that your hair is wet or damp throughout. Be spraying your hair with water if it gets dry. Now, I'm going to be using the LCO method. I'm going to start by applying the butter onto damp hair like this. After, I'm going to follow with the oil now to lock in the moisture. This way, while moisturizing my hair like this, is going to keep my hair moisturized for days, just like that. The L is the liquid. Make sure that your hair is hydrated. The C is the cream. I use the butter for that, and then the O is the oil. And just like that, follow those steps to properly moisturize 4C hair, a good way to go. And also, when it comes to moisturizing thick 4C hair like this, use heavy oils. When it comes to moisturizing, use shea butter. Whatever that you use, whatever butter or cream that you use to moisturize your hair, make sure that it has shea butter in it. It's going to keep your hair moisturized for longer, and also at the same time, it's going to help you so much in your hair growth and hair health. And also, whatever oil that you're going to be using, if it's just regular castor oil on its own, it works perfect, a lot more better than other oils you can ever imagine of. What I'm using here is a DIY growth oil. It's just castor oil mixed with a little bit of olive oil into a powder. I let them sit for some time just to make my own DIY growth oil. But if you don't have access to what I just mentioned, when it comes to oiling your hair, always use castor oil to moisturize. Use shea butter, just like that. You can never go wrong with those two organic products. So if you've been moisturizing with just leave-in conditioners and just like that, they're not enough, and they can easily dry up in your hair, because they're the kind of moisturizers that you need to be using on a daily basis. So if you only moisturize once a week and with just leave-in conditioner, your hair is going to be dry most of the time. And you know, hair that is dry most of the time, it's most likely to break. So if you've been moisturizing with only leave-in conditioners and only on wash days, you've been doing the massaging routines and all of that, your hair is going to be breaking. And now when you're detangling, it's going to be shedding in chunks. So when it comes to hair like this, create routines, a weekly routine like this, where you only detangle your hair on wash day, and where you only be handling your hair this much on wash day, like once a week, just like that. Good enough. And trust me, when it comes to detangling 4C hair, you only need to be doing it on wash days. Throughout the week, your hair is going to be good, in a good state. You won't be needing to be manipulating your hair, things like that. Also, very importantly, keep your hair in good protective hairstyles. Don't be manipulating your hair all the time and be putting into styles every day, afro puffs and all of that. Do those styles occasionally. Most of the time, just make sure that your hair is in a good protective hairstyle, and just like that, your hair is going to be in a good, healthy state, and you're not going to be manipulating your hair a lot. Thank you for watching.